how to stay consistent in affiliate marketing longer term so you have something much more sustainable, long lasting, and even predictably coming in each and every single month without you having to start at zero and from complete scratch. I'm going to break this down and give you all of these juicy details. And in one of these answers I'm going to give you, it's going to really change your outlook, the way you stay consistent doing this, and so much more. So you'll want to hear that. Before I get into things, welcome in. My name is Michael, and I've been in affiliate marketing for many years, doing this at a high level. I started in the health and wellness niche, then I went into e-business, e-marketing, make money online, to now finance, funding, helping people with credit, cash flow, collateral, liquidity, equity, real estate in the mix, and then some. I analyze businesses. I know how to identify their problems, help fix, grow, scale them. I look at financials, credit reports, do a profitability cash flow analysis. I help at a high level with funding. And overall, I'm the introvert, analytical, cerebral type. Less words, more action. You may not have noticed if you haven't heard me before in thinking, really? I've just learned the unlimited income for life skills that I wish for you to have. And that's what you get when you're in affiliate marketing and you stay consistent at it and you learn copywriting in terms of the use of words in writing, in podcast, hearing, in a video format. There are different ways, and understanding the use of marketing, because you have two words there: affiliate marketing. And I'm going to show you how to learn these skills and how to tell your story and why telling your story matters, how stories sell, facts tell. And really grasping that understanding and not just following the herd and what everybody's doing and promoting the latest thing, because you see a lot of people in this industry do that. Weren't they doing that? Now they have this. You don't know if they're doing well, or do you know if they're doing well in one? Now they're promoting something else. Is it a combination to help that with this? Is it complementary, substitutionary? Is it just another gadget, another thing to join? And then you're on to the next thing because you're so programmed to join another course, another training without getting all the meat and potatoes, or you do, but you don't stay consistent. You're not following that strategy. It's just always get a course, get a course, get a course, get a course, get a course. And so many people don't make it, even before they've received and went into a course. So one of these things to stay consistent in affiliate marketing with, and what'll really help, is to have accountability, meaning you can have an accountability partner and or someone else who can help you, who can be over your shoulder, helping you, showing you, supporting you. You can turn to ask questions, comments, concerns you could have, and I'll be here to help you as your sponsor. Whatever you're joining through me, I'm here to help you, and I'll have my number one recommended place to join down below. You can join a free system, and you can use the marketing and sales tools, training, traffic, resources, and plenty of things. You can use the training there to promote many things you want to in the affiliate space. And if you so choose to promote that awesome high converting system, they have their compensation plan too, with 100% commissions on a $7 product. And there's more, and there's different tiers to this. So you'll learn more about it down below. And I also have a free and private Facebook group where you will get help too, and the accountability and showing up to help you, giving you a lot of free stuff too that you can pick up. I have a Google Drive too, and showing people how to do affiliate marketing with this number one recommended place, other recommended places too, and other things that you may be doing too in different niches, etc. So I'll have that down below. Having an accountability partner, but also being accountable, not where I have to or someone else has to constantly share with you their resources, their tools, or here's how more resourceful you can get, and always bringing you motivation and personal development, which is great. Self-mastery is great. I've learned that, and you want to develop this too and have consistency. This is very important right here. Accountability, yes, showing up in business, treating this as a business and being accountable and responsible for that, not just a fly overnight thing, but also developing this up here. When you start showing up, you start seeing, hey, I'm getting more confidence. I'm getting and gaining more self-confidence and certainty in this because there's a response from someone. Maybe somebody hasn't signed up or done something yet like that, but hey, there's a response. So this is working. I just need to do more and more and more of it. So by showing up in a Facebook group to post, or by showing up in my group where you can get more help and information, getting into a community, an ecosystem that you can plug into where the culture is there, the environment friendly, and everybody wants to win. You see everybody else there, and then people helping one another out, grow, showing up, observing, showing up to events, getting the support, asking questions, reaching out to support. That's what you want to do. Another thing is having a strong why. This could have been the first thing. I did want to just go into it now, though, is when you have an excuse or multiple, will you get back to why you started doing this in the beginning, or will you let your excuses continue to spiral and keep you away 100%, partially or however much, from progressing in affiliate marketing? Whether you're just starting and you haven't even done this X to get to Y to get to Z, and your activities to even get to your first whatever you want to make, but you have this arbitrary large goal, which is awesome. That vision, the values, the mission, the morals, the ethics. And that's part of what I want to say later too on that. So please stick with me. That's what I wanted to get to. And that'll be towards the end of this. So to be consistent in this is you want to not only show up, be accountable, and show up in different ways, and to help serve people too. Remember, you're taking a service, serve value, give value mentality and approach to build know, like, and trust. And you do that through your accountability, your responsibility, and showing up to serve the people that you are there to help. And I'll get into more of that a little bit later, and what you should be posting and things like that. So your why. Why did you do this? For me, family, for freedom. I did not want to trade my time for money. I was in a financial logistics position, huge contracting company servicing HP and others. Downturn, 50 plus people relieved. I'm one of them. Back to unemployment benefits, food stamps. Go get more education, another degree, another job, career, more certifications. I knew I needed something different, and to provide and show up different, to have more freedom, to have more leisure, to be able to travel, to be able to say what I want to do when I want to do it, to go to the grocery store and be so relaxed, not stressed about my time and I gotta get back to do this, scratching myself here and that right there. For all the wrong reasons. And that's the thing too, is having that strong why that's so painful and it's a problem. Stuck in my role, couldn't move up, couldn't get paid more, didn't want another job, downturn, wanted to provide more, didn't have enough savings, I wish I had more comfort, wish I could do this more, wish I had this that I can do more of when I went out and did this. So I knew I needed to make a change and to help those around me, help myself so I can help those around me. And there's more to this in my story. And so you got to find that why you're doing it. What is it that continues when it gets hard, when it gets difficult, when you can't find the other side of that wall, or it's still dark on that other side, but you know what you're doing will work and will continue to. You just got to show up. And on the days you didn't feel like showing up, you held yourself accountable. And that's the next thing I'm going to get into, is when you don't feel like showing up. But your strong reason why, and that's also why it'll help you when you don't feel like showing up and doing the things, even if you don't want to do them, you do them. And having that strong internal reason, not just external, like why you want to do this, always look back to that time and ask yourself and set yourself not a strict timeline of 90 days, 30, 60 days, or else I won't do this again. No. And then also, are you doing enough to? That's the question. Are you doing enough of the activities, the right strategies and tactics? I'm going to help you with that. So it's more than just a 60-day, 90-day sprint, 120-day, and then I don't know if I'll do this again after. You're not doing enough, likely. That's another thing that I'm going to get into in a moment too, after this next one. But have enough of a reason why you're doing this, not only externally, more importantly, internally, what you're trying to do, what you're trying to overcome, what is your mission, what are your values, do they align with that? That'll come later too. And so I can go deeper into your why and why you're doing this and continue to do that even when you're having success. Continue. Your why could change over time. It became something that you needed to get out of pain, or now you're into pleasure, pain to pleasure. Now it's just pleasurable and it just changes. There's still the same thing, but now it's evolved into more. See how that goes? And it amplifies. Now the next thing is falling in love with the process. The people who show up and stay consistent put the reps up no matter how they feel, no matter what they're going through. They will put up the reps like I do, even if I've amounted a lot, I still start at zero. You got to take on that I start at zero mentality. Zero. And here in this video, by the way, I'm not giving you anything too aesthetically or at all aesthetically pleasing. You see how my content is raw. Pick up my phone. I take a lot of courage. It takes a lot because I'm an introvert. It's hard in this format to do, but I want to show up to help you and serve you. And so doing the things, putting up the reps, even just like going on a walk and on a jog, weightlifting. What's the difference with pro athletes, people who not are just pro athletes and make it to the top and the best at their sport, whatever they do in business? How did they get there? Is because they were willing to show up, put the reps, no matter how much they didn't want to, no matter how boring the process is. Boring doesn't have to mean you're in love with it and vice versa. There's a few ways to look at that. We can get deeper into it. It just means you show up to put the reps, no matter how much, and you have a system for tallying your points. You can write down on your calendar, and this is also a part of accountability, is I write things down, and I say, today I gotta do this, and it's almost the same thing every day, but doing it over and over again. You might add one more input, same effort to get the same output or a different output. Now you're scaling, you're growing, but writing down on my calendar, I still write a lot. I have my notepad on my computer, but I write a lot. Here's my calendar right in front of me. On top of it, right now, I have my journal where I journal 3 things I'm grateful and thankful for the day, and I'll get into that a little bit later. What'll really help. So right here, VOB email, VHP email, make sure I do that, then I check, and I can check. So when you're checking things off, that'll help up here, and it's all about understanding your self-awareness, dopamine, endorphins, serotonin, oxytocin, and how those are regulated and how that helps you feel and emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and in many more ways. There's physically, there's so many ways that it helps you feel, and not always feeding into that emotion right away that's not backed up by any or enough logic. So we gotta rationalize too. We have to understand both sides of the coin, and this is stuff you can learn in time. You don't have to have all this. I've been doing it for years. You learn. And so like my calendar right here, check mark, and be honest with yourself. You can even have like a cup, like I moved my penny here, I move a clip over, like I did this, so I completed this. I reached out to 10 people today on Facebook. I sent 3 DMs. Okay, I did what I did today. Like visually, that stuff helps you, and showing visuals, that helps a lot. You can do those things. There's different ways of doing this, but doing the little checks off what you write down, that'll really help you. And scheduling, sticking to it, and even when you didn't get to it at that time, you can get back to it. But staying on a schedule, getting a schedule, and I'm gonna get into that a little bit later too. And so accountability, having your why, being responsible, showing up when you don't want to, enjoying, loving the process, even if you don't love or enjoy it as much. But to get to what you want, going through what you're going through, and then you find the fun, you find the enjoyment, you find the things, if you didn't already from the beginning, and then you start seeing the kind of impact you're making, the value and the lives that are being changed, and so much more. It's awesome. And so that's another one. Then we can get into, or I'll just say, when you're not excited, show up to do it anyways. And there's so much I can tell you about that, but showing up, putting the reps, I don't care how boring it is, you do it. Show up, don't deviate, because that's the thing, is we seek novelty as human beings. Up here is when something is boring, we go do that next thing. And the dopamine has already hit us before we've done it. In case you didn't know this, like the thought of it, like the way you think about it, the cue that induced you wanting to do that, what was it? What was the cue that attracted you to do that? So a lot of the times when you're not regulating up here, and I'll get into that later and why that's the biggest setback and why people aren't most consistent, is when you start understanding this, you start looking for opportunities better. You start seeing things in a pattern, what to do, what not to do, and how to stick to things. Put your head down and work. That's it. Put your head down and work. Less talk, more doing, please. You can say as much as you'd like, but also less talk, more doing. More understanding this system here. I got the training, now I took action, I'm taking massive action. That's it. Showing up, consistently doing it, regularly doing it, having the activities to do it. Activity ROI for more ROI. And so that's another angle and an approach to take. Don't purposefully, or if you had to, block what you're doing. So meaning, if you miss one day, get back on the horse. Miss one day, miss 2 days, now you have formed the habit. It's kind of like when you wake up. I don't do this. I used to, before I knew habits, routines, mind, body, spirit, all these things. Is a lot of people, they'll wake up. First thing they do is they check their phone. But it's so important. They try to make anything out of it. But it's so important. I get it. If it's that important, it's that important. But emergency, okay. But don't be the first person, or don't be the first thing to do is check your phone, because it's already up here. You're being more reactive. And I don't know if you can feel how it burns, like right here sometimes, the back. But like you start feeling it through the eyeballs, and like the neural connections that you keep connecting, and that's become a pattern. It's the first thing you do. And so you're so reactive instead of being observant. So it's about removing the things that cause a lot of friction and resistance, and remove the unnecessary and bad habits, because those aren't the good habits. Those aren't the things that are going to help you move forward and move the needle in life and in business. So set a time to do that later, not in the beginning. Go through your routine. And developing a habit, it can take once, it can take a couple of times. It could have been something you haven't done in a while, but because you're avoided from that environment, until you come back to that environment, you're doing that thing again. So it's about removing those things outside and getting connected to with people who communicate and show things in terms of wealth, freedom, and growth. That needs to be your circle. The people who show, can speak to about wealth, freedom, and growth, and others out there. So be surrounded by around the right people. So, but making excuses, going through these changes, you block yourself from doing something you should have done, whatever the reason is, then you can make it a habit. It becomes a routine. Now you're spiraling down. To get out of that habit, if you don't have good education, or you don't have a good system, you don't have a good net to fall back on, that you've learned these things and you know how to get out of them quickly, like I can, then it becomes something spiraling. So sticking to the habits, sticking to the routines, not having to block something unnecessarily unless you really needed to and it makes sense to, for whatever that is. But then you can get back on that horse and continue doing it. That's going to help you show progress. Set a routine, like 20 to 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes to an hour. If that's all you have or will do, okay. But for this next 30 minutes to an hour, I will be posting on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I will be doing this strategy and these tactics. I then will be seeing, okay, now I'm going to go send an email too. After that is done, I'm going to go send my email, then send this out. There's different ways of doing this in your day-to-day. Okay, what's your day-to-day then? So I can get up, go through my morning routine, habits, read my books, do my journaling. Now I'm on my computer, go through some emails from different businesses too. I don't always reply to them, do the administrative work. I always want to be caught up doing email sending, unless it's that important to do. You do it in the beginning, reaching out or replying to emails. But then I can go over here and look at my numbers, my metrics, do some things with math, help some clients, or do something else that I'm doing. Then I progress to my other business. Okay, I had this already scheduled for today. I'm going to automate things too with my tools. That's another thing. Automation, have automation behind things. Things that drive automation to make your scheduling easier. Post social media posts, DMs on posts on social media. There's a lot of different things. So you can have this automated, and that's with systems and email systems, CRMs, tools, things like that that'll really help you. But setting that schedule up, 20 to 30 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour, whatever that is, an hour to 2 hours. And then you're posting, you're sending an email, you are responding to messages, DMs after that, but you're being productive and you're doing the active income producing activities that'll help you. Active income producing activities. You stay actively doing these things throughout an extended period of time. And so that's what I would be doing and focusing. There's many ways around this too, and having your daily operations, methods of operation, phases. Anyway, you get the idea of what you should be doing every day, and then going from one thing to the next, being productively doing that. Automation, I already spoke on that. KPIs, seeing what you're posting and what I was mentioning earlier, like posting, how much you're posting, reactions to post, what you're posting, when you're posting, how you're posting. Are you getting link clicks? Are people viewing your link? Are people then clicking on your link? Are you getting leads? You should be always seeing if you're getting leads every single day. Like that's something that helps a lot, is building your email list. So consistently building your email list, so tracking your open rates, your click-through rates, and you'll understand this stuff. But that's the thing that I focus on a lot, is am I consistently getting people on my email list? Because the more people get on my email list, the more I can build know, like, and trust. And the more people will see who I am, see my value, see what I'm giving them, see the offers. And that's where a lot of this comes through, is when people click a link in the email, people can go purchase something or go sign up to something. So that's what you want to be doing, is constantly tracking these things and understanding them. It's not hard. It's just about taking the time to do it and energy to do it. So that's another one. I can go into a lot more topics. Now, the last thing I want to leave on this list is what I was saying throughout this video, is having the right habits and the right routines has made the most significant difference in my life. It has not only helped me so much more compartmentalize, think things better, much more thoroughly, systematically, process things much more fluidly, smoothly, easily, without a hassle. It's learning how to build your habits and your routines. It's part of self-development, self-growth, self-mastery. But like I said earlier, the little things, waking up, when I get up, I'm not checking my phone. I'm getting my water, going to the bathroom, do my thing. I brush my teeth with my opposite hand, my non-dominant left hand, because it's building dexterity and it's moving the neurons and synapses, the neural connections, and it's really challenging the way I do things when it's just opening up my cerebrum, and it's really getting me going already in the morning, because this is not natural for me to brush with my left hand. So it's all about those things, and there's more to it too. Neurocognition and neuroactivity, and there's plenty of more things. But that's going to open up the circuitry, and it's going to do so much more, and it's going to help. And you're going to build that routine. Then I go back into the room, and I will stand there, close my eyes, listen to the outside, things around me, noises, but I don't let it distract me. I don't let extra thoughts come in. I just listen. And then I will, after that, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Longer video. Again, being on video is not my strongest suit. And then after that, I will say a few things. I'll say hi, and even to people that I miss, that like I even say hi to close family members, my dog brother who I don't have here anymore. Saying hi to them, saying hi to higher power, my faith, spirit, blending all that in, and then saying 3 things that I'm grateful for and thankful for in my head. I don't have to say it out loud, in my head. Today I am. And then I'll say hi, hello, like things that I'm gonna maybe have in conversation. How are you? How's your life? How are you living? How would you solve that problem? What if your business went through this? Like going through these thoughts and these questions, because you want to become more question-minded and start asking questions. That's how us business owners and entrepreneurs get to things. And as an introvert, if you are one, if you're not, okay too. But how do you get better at things and understand things better? You ask better, and you ask questions, but you ask better questions. You don't have to have the answers to everything, but have curiosity and really do care to know. Okay? And even if you did know something, you want to know from them. You want to ask them. You want to ask about the process that you're doing, the things that you're doing in your day-to-day business and in life. And so after that, then I count from 10 to 1, slow my breathing, focus, boom, get down, do my exercising, do my stretches. I'll do some yoga too. And then I will do 5 or 10 push-ups every single day. I can build from 5 to 10, 10 to 15. You just got to do a little. Do the first 2, then you can do the next 2. Then it's at 5, then it's at 10, etc. Or you can do 5 every single day. Then I get into meditation mode in my sit-down position, and I'll meditate. I'll just focus on my breathing, listen to what's coming in, take everything out. Then I'll go downstairs or wherever I go into my office at that time. Or if I'm going to exercise, I'll go exercise. If it's a cardio day, if it's a weights day, I'll do that combination. Or I'll do that in the afternoon. It just depends on the day. And I stick to it. I'm like an old man. I'm not materialistic. But a lot of people will tell you I'm like an old man, an old soul. I'm the younger brother. A lot of people will tell you that. And so then I'll go and read my books, whatever that is that I'm doing, and I'm understanding what I'm going to do for the day. I'm going to take this idea, or I'm going to need this for today. I want to read this on this to help me. And then I'm going to go journal, boom, look at my calendar. If I haven't written anything yet, I'm going to write it down. and then get on my computer, start doing the activities I need to be doing. But that's the thing, is the habits, the routines. You got to make it a habit and a routine. Stay consistent in the business activities that can also help you outside, because you're blending the two a lot of the time. Personal brand translates into your business too. So showing up and the character, that's the last piece, is the characteristic traits, not only the governing principles, the values, the vision, the mission, the morals, the ethics, the character and characteristic traits. That, I'm not saying extremely or exactly personality, that's another thing, but character. How you show up, who you are at your core, integrity. Are you community driven, fitness driven, health and wellness driven? You are impactful in these ways because you're accountable, responsible. People can rely on me because of this, is what I've been told. You're humble, you're respectful. There's so many things. Those are the kinds of things that you shape, or you already have shaped, great, or you want to make better, you fine tune, then you do it. And that'll really help you in your journey with affiliate marketing. But staying consistent on what you're doing, the program, the system, seeing it through, showing up, doing the right activities, showing up consistently to do this, not looking at this just one day, 30-day. No, continue to do this. It took me a while for me to do this and get into it and exactly do it the right ways. I could have done it faster, but I wasn't doing the right strategies. And even if I were to, it would likely take a little bit more time, because that's what this is. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Things take time. Show up. Take the time to do it, because there's no other better business. And I've reviewed many businesses. I'm telling you, as somebody who reviews businesses, I've seen many. Nope. Even people who are in those industries, like, come over here to do this and I help them, or they want to do this as a side thing, or they fully start doing this because they're tired of the other stuff, the moving parts, the inventory, all this other stuff that happens in a traditional and even non-traditional brick and mortar business. So you have everything that you need. There's more that I can go on about consistency, showing up, staying focused, staying disciplined, consistency. That way you can have and build more confidence, build the self-confidence and the certainty. That way you can have the belief. The belief is that then the output after your confidence you've built, and you're not complacent and you're building that belief, your belief system is changing, your fear system is changing, and that's all what it is. It's changing our current belief system that is holding us back, and that's why we're not as consistent. It's our fears of what if we get judged by someone. Forget that. They're not doing what you're doing. Where are they? What are they doing? Even if they're doing something at a high level, but they don't know what you're doing, just because they don't, or they do, hey, do it. This stuff works. And if you want something better for yourself, you can spend more time at home, your loved ones, and so much more. I'd rather be doing this. So that's what I wanted to mention in this video. There's so much more that I could have gone into with consistency, showing up. I gave you quite a bit of these to go over without recapping. I hope you got the information you were looking for, or you didn't know you would get this, but you did. Now, go out there, do it, put your head down, work. I do that every day. Head down, work. Head down, work. Every day. Not about saying more, it's about saying less and doing more. Those who say a lot, you have to be very careful of. You hear me here saying quite a bit because I'm on the video now. I don't want to be doing these as regularly, but I'm here to help you. And I'm showing up to help you in a different way, out of my comfort zone, and putting myself out there and courageously doing it. And even if people talk a lot, I'm not saying that they're not worth listening to. That's not what I'm saying. It's, you have to be careful as well as who you're hearing from. Is it a natural salesperson, marketing person? Man, they're so good at this, but they've been promoting spammy, scam type pyramids, Ponzi's, or whatever else it is. Or even if they haven't, but how do they appear? What's their history? You really got to look at that. And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of you do not do that. What's that next thing I can jump on? Oh, everybody else is. There's a lot of people in it, so I should do the same thing. And a lot of people are responding, so there's something here that can work. And that's the thing. Doesn't always mean it's the best thing. You have to be careful of that. Okay? ¿Me escuchas? Me escuchas means, do you hear me? Everything in the description will be there. If there's a pinned comment, look there too. Appreciate you. Thank you for your energy and time, and I'll talk to you soon.